Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you back today for a new pick a card reading. I hope that all of you are doing amazing today and having a wonderful day. So today we have a message that you guys need to hear right now. So whenever this finds you, this is going to be a message for right now, for the present moment, advice, guidance, anything that needs to come through for you. In today's message, that's what we'll be looking into. And as always, we do have 3 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Please feel free to choose any pile that you feel most drawn to, and then you can skip to the timestamps which are in the description box, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello my beautiful pile number 1. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be your reading and your message for today that you need to hear right now. So pile number 1 for your card today, you guys feel drawn to card number 1. You have the unicorn card for today. And you also have the pink moonstone. So welcome to your reading. This looks white, but it's pink, I promise. But welcome to your reading, pile number 1. Let's get right into your reading for today, your message. Let's see, what do you need to hear right now? So while I'm tuning into your energy, pile number 1, I'm hearing something about right now you have an opportunity to, Spirit is saying the present moment for you feels very magical is what I'm hearing, in the sense of you have a lot of opportunity to create change and transformation. I'm hearing your present moment is one of the biggest opportunities to create change and transformation in your life in a positive way. And I'm also hearing something very beautiful is going to come out of this moment for you. Yeah, I'm hearing something about the present moment and something really beautiful coming out of the present moment. So let's start with an oracle card. What is the message for you, pile number 1? Oh, release. Yeah, I feel like this is why there is a lot of transformative energy, because you have the release card. So this is about letting go of the burdens, letting go of the past. And I feel something about you right now, pile number 1, is just ready to embody new energy. I feel like you're ready for change, you're ready for transformation, you're coming out of healing also is what I'm hearing for a lot of you. Wow, action. So yeah, it feels like it's time to act, you know? What do you need to hear right now? Spirit is saying you've healed, you've released what you needed to release, what you needed to let go of, any heavy emotions, any limiting beliefs for some of you, and it feels like it's time for action. So this present moment, it's time to act, it's time to execute things, to pursue things that have been on your mind, because I feel like out of the action that you're going to be putting into the universe in this time, something really beautiful is going to come out of it. It also feels like this is your opportunity to create some kind of momentum in your life through taking action. If some of you felt like you were maybe prior, I'm kind of getting like your energy felt like, I don't know what to do, or like even if you're doing something, it's not really leading to anything. And it feels like because there were some limiting beliefs that you were working through, but I feel like in this time, like your energy feels very open, pile number 1. Like you feel very, I don't know, like it feels to me like any action that you're going to take in this time, or you're about to take forward, it's going to lead to something. It's going to create a momentum. It's going to create change in your life. So let's see your tarot cards. What is this about, pile number 1? So you're being advised in this time to take action, to pursue. Let's see your tarot cards. We're going to get some more information here. Pile number 1, what is the message that you need to hear right now? Okay, so, we have the Champion of Pentacles. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. I would say action doesn't always mean to rush things. And with the Knight of Pentacles coming through, this is like move at your own pace, right? I don't see this kind of energy of like, you need to take action like today or you're gonna miss it. You know, it's not in that kind of way, but it's in the way of just like, now you can begin to pursue this journey. And see this as like a long-term process is what I'm hearing, pile number 1. Like you're not just, I don't know, like I'm getting this message of like, it feels like you're starting something long-term, or you're building like a future for yourself. So take your time with it. Like you don't have to rush the process, but also don't procrastinate the action, right? Don't delay the action, but you don't have to rush the action, you know? So Knight of Pentacles, it's kind of saying just like move steadily, move at your own pace, because I feel you're building something. You're building something that will last you maybe forever or for the long term. So focus on like moving intentionally. I would say like move intentionally. That's what's coming through. Move intentionally. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, speaking of the momentum, so you're making waves. Interesting. And we also have the Seven of Swords. Okay, what is the Seven of Swords about? Is this you, or is this like coming from other people? The Two of Cups. Okay, what I'm getting here with the Seven of Swords is, in this time, you shouldn't be really concerned about what other people are thinking of you and maybe what your other side is saying. Because you could be still dealing with like this, I don't know, the Two of Cups is like maybe your heart still feels a little bit like divided about your pursuit and about the action that you're taking, although it feels like you're kind of coming to the same page. You might still have your doubts while you're pursuing this journey, because it does feel like, you know, the Two of Pentacles, it's a time of adjustment, and it's a time when things are changing around you. So you're still going to have your doubts, and you're still going to have maybe your days where you're not sure about what you're doing. But I feel like what you need to hear is to listen to your heart, right? Seven of Swords can come up as like sometimes judgment from people. We feel judged, we feel like not supported. It's maybe our doubts that are like self-sabotaging our journey. And I feel like Spirit is saying, listen to what your heart is communicating, because at the end of the day, your heart will always say to follow a path that you feel passionate about, you know? And I feel in the present moment, like Spirit keeps repeating, your present moment is so special. Your present moment is so sacred right now. Because what you do right now is what's going to create your future. A lot of times we get really stuck in the future, right? We get really stuck in a, you know, out there 2 and 3 years down the line, but we don't realize that the present moment is what's actually going to create that outcome. So be present is what I'm hearing. Notice the opportunities around you. Notice the possibilities around you. And don't procrastinate. Don't self-sabotage yourself. Because you are in a period of like change and transformation, and it feels like the energy around you is shifting in this time. It's adjusting. You may have a lot of things to do as well. Like I'm getting, for some of you, there may be like a lot of things that you feel inspired to take action towards. So just go steadily. Like you don't have to rush yourself and like overwhelm yourself is what I'm hearing. Okay, what else is the message for pile number 1? Lesson. It feels like you just learned some kind of lesson, you know, with the release. I find that things always click in the universe and they start to happen like once we learn a lesson, or maybe once we release something. So maybe you just recently learned a lesson that made things click for you. This can be a spiritual lesson, it can be a conclusion, it can be a realization. But I do feel like you just came to a certain like lesson that maybe allowed you to release something or allowed you to gain a moment of clarity. So now it's time to act, right? Because like action can feel very pointless I feel like if we are not on the same page in our mind, right? Then action feels like it's kind of not doing anything, right? But once it clicks in the mind and then we take action, that's when the movement starts to happen. And I feel like this is something that's happening for you, and this time it's like the shift has clicked in your mind, right? So now the action that you're going to take is actually going to have results for you. If prior maybe you felt like the action you're taking isn't really leading to anything, it feels like because mindset wise you weren't there. Yeah, portal. So there is a new portal that you're opening through taking action, right? I do feel like you will need to move and be very consistent is what I would say. The Page of Pentacles is encouraging you to focus more on like the long term and consistency. And it doesn't mean that things are going to take such a long time, but it just means that things are going to move at the perfect pace for you. In a pace that feels consistent and a pace that builds also like Because sometimes when things happen so quickly for us, we may feel like, because of all of the sudden change, we may get insecure, like how we're gonna keep all of this and how are we gonna, I guess, uphold all of this. But sometimes when it takes a bit longer, it kind of builds this confidence in us. And I feel like this is something that's happening for you in this time. So it might happen over the span of the next couple of months, but I'm seeing something about consistency and you building confidence with the results that you're getting that are kind of ensuring a more like long-term and like stable success, because you feel like this is coming from you. You feel like this is coming from what you're doing instead of like giving your power away, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. Okay, what else is your guidance right now? But you do have, again, your present moment feels like a portal. It feels like this is your maybe opportunity to shift into a different reality, to change the world around you. We have the time is ripe for creation and connection. Focus your attention in these areas. Oh, and that candle just went out. So maybe that's a sign for some of you from your spirit guide. But just as I said, the time is ripe. So maybe that is a sign that, like, the time is now. I feel like your waiting time is kind of like coming to an end, or like your period of learning lessons. So focus right now on creating, connecting, whatever that means for you. Creation can mean art for some of you. Creation can mean starting a business for some of you. It can mean creating life, like starting a relationship, But just create and connect right now. Focus in these areas is what Spirit is saying. Because again, the present moment, it feels like something, but the present moment feels very special for you, and it feels like it holds a lot of potential. Let's get your final message, pile number 1. What is the last message you need to hear? In stillness, my truth becomes louder. Yeah, so I do feel like you're coming out of this stillness energy, but it was because you needed to learn some kind of lesson, to reach some kind of conclusion. Right? Stillness is never a bad thing and I know sometimes it can be frustrating because we're like, why is it happening? But it's always for a reason. And I feel like once we understand that the reason why we're put in some form of stillness or quietness, it's not a form of punishment. It's just a form like, hey, you need to reach this kind of conclusion. You need to learn this, or you need to come to this certain like perspective in order to move forward. It becomes much easier, and we can get through these periods much faster without so much frustration. And I feel for you, pile number 1, it's like, yes, you were put in stillness, but now you realize that stillness is what helped you become aware of something. Whether you became aware of what you needed to heal within yourself, or what you needed to release in order to move forward, or learn something, right? Whatever it is for you, I feel like you were put through an energy of stillness in order for you to come to a certain conclusion. And now that you've learned that lesson, it feels like you're past that stage. Spirit is saying now it's time to move. But remember to move in a steady way. You don't need to rush. I do feel like some of your, sometimes when we come out of the stillness, it can feel overwhelming because we're having like so many ideas on what to do. And I do feel some of you are maybe feeling like even a little bit overwhelmed with the action that you want to take, but like organize, right? That's something that I'm hearing. It's like organize, like you can do this, you can space it out in the next couple of weeks. It doesn't have to be rushed or, done. Everything needs to be done in 3 days. I feel like you can take your time with this, is what Spirit is saying. Just don't procrastinate, don't delay certain things, but you don't have to rush them, is kind of what I'm getting here. So pile number 1, that's what I have for your message today. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be your reading and your message for today that you need to hear right now. So pile number 2 for your card today, you guys feel drawn to card number 2. You have the sleeping cat. And for your crystal, you guys have the white star. So welcome to your reading. This is going to be your message, pile number 2, about something that you need to hear right now for the present moment. your guidance, your advice from Spirit. So I'm getting that right now. I'm seeing you, pile number 2, as like this figure of like glowing light. And this to me is saying it's like some of you are going to have a big glow up. I'm hearing out of the present moment. It feels to me like you're rising, like I'm hearing this present moment is going to lead to your biggest rising, or it's going to lead to a very big comeback in your life, a very big glow up in your life. And I'm hearing the word publicity for some of you. So I don't know if some of you are being prepared to step into the public eye. You're ready to be seen by the majority. I'm hearing by a lot of people. But something in this present moment is surging you towards your biggest rising, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. I'm hearing you have to tell them that they're done hiding. Yeah, I'm hearing like you have to tell them that they're done hiding. So this is interesting. Let's see your oracle card, pile number 2. What is the message, the guidance that you need to hear right now? I'm also seeing 12 for, yeah, enlightenment. Wow, yeah, so enlightenment, you know, I was seeing that glowing energy around you. You're done hiding. So enlightenment, it does feel like there is the light coming towards you in this time. Oh, the stillness card. Stillness and enlightenment. Yeah, so I feel like what Spirit wants to communicate is that you're done hiding. The stillness that you've been through, which is maybe that energy that you have been feeling, like you feel like you're being hidden, you feel like you're not being seen. It's coming to an end. So the enlightenment, it's like, you know, this is that moment of realization that helps you move forward, is what I would say. So Spirit is saying this present moment, there's something enlightening about the present moment for you that's going to bring the spotlight towards you. You also have the swan energy, which is, I feel like you guys have very gentle, very beautiful, like sophisticated energy. I'm hearing your message is ready to be heard and your voice is ready to be heard. Yeah, you know, it's like you've been through this period of like preparation, is what I feel like. You've been in your cocoon, pile number 2, but you're ready to come out. The enlightenment is kind of saying, you know, that it's time for you to be seen. It's time for your moment, is what I would say. The moment that you have been preparing for. Because again, stillness, I was talking about this in pile number 1 as well. So maybe there's also a message that resonates there with you. But stillness is never a punishment. It's just preparation, or it's this period that helps us realize, come to conclusions, reach a certain perspective. And if we see it that way, then it's not so frustrating anymore, right? Because we were just understanding, okay, like, yes, things are still because I need to realize something, or I need to grow more, or I need to prepare more, or something in the universe needs to align for me, right? There's no such a thing as like the universe cannot stop moving. So even if you feel like you're being put in stillness, I'm sure that things around you are adjusting, things around you are shifting. So it almost feels like the stillness that you were in, it was never like, you know, punishment, like you stay still. It was more so maybe the universe was adjusting to your desires. The universe was adjusting to the best outcome possible for you. So let's see your tarot cards, pile number 2. What is the message that you need to hear right now? For pile 2, what is their message? Oh, 6 of Swords. So yeah, this is like that card of things are getting better. You're moving in the right direction as also what I want to say, pile number 2. Spirit wants to confirm to you like the path that you've chosen for yourself right now. It does feel like you've redirected yourself towards a positive outcome. And it does feel like you've been through maybe a lot of lessons these past 6 months, is what I'm specifically hearing. Like maybe you've had a lot of time to learn, to evolve spiritually as well, as what I'm getting here. But I feel there's something about your current path that's taking you towards a better place. So you also have the 2 of Cups. Let's see in which way the 2 of Cups is showing up. Oh, 8 of Wands. Oh, okay. Yeah, so things are going to start to move now very quickly. That's the thing. You know, after the stillness, there always is this period that then things start to move quickly, and everything that we feel like we've been missing out on while we were in the stillness is starting to happen. Okay, and also the Emperor. So the Emperor, You know, how I was saying, like, this is going to lead to your biggest rising, and you get the Emperor card. I feel like over the span of the next couple of months, pile number, especially maybe the next 2 months, a lot of you are going to experience a lot of movement. A lot of you are going to experience the energy of things happening, and things happening quickly, and you're gonna feel like you're rising quickly. You're gonna feel like you're achieving. If maybe for a while you felt like you had a hard time with accomplishing certain goals or moving forward with certain goals, I definitely feel over the next 2 months you're gonna have this energy of being able to accomplish and feeling like you're in control of what's happening in your life. You know, it's like you set an intention and you actually execute it, like you actually do it. The Two of Cups to me is saying that you've come to contact with your higher self. Okay, so it feels like your mind and your body are on the same page. You've really like stepped into a strong connection with your higher self that is going to help guide you forward and create this movement, create this achievement in your life. For some of you, there might be even like a specific person showing up right now to offer you some kind of opportunity. Like I'm seeing maybe some form of manager coming in, some form of boss for a group of you, that will give you an opportunity to move quickly as well. But also this can be just like you initiating this movement and creating this sort of rapid energy in your life. But I'm hearing things are going to be like unfolding quickly, rapidly for you, pile number 2. I'm hearing something about being on top of your game or being the top of the game. So some of you might be entering a new industry, and I'm hearing you're like you're setting your place in the industry, or like you're making your name known in a specific industry. Okay, what else is the message for you, pile 2? Oh, celebration. So I feel like you have a lot to celebrate, Spirit is saying. You know, you've been through a lot of lessons and a lot of stillness, perhaps. So it's time to celebrate. But I'm also seeing this like as like diversity card. I feel like a lot of you are going to make a lot of impact in the world. Through being maybe different, through being unique, through having a very unique story. I'm hearing a very unique coming up story. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I feel like maybe Apollo 2, you have like a very interesting coming up story that feels very unique or different, or, you know, it doesn't feel very common. We have the intuition card. Yeah, so remember how I was saying, I feel like this is more about you, you know, getting in touch with your intuition, you getting in touch with your higher self. And maybe for a while you felt so stuck because you were out of touch with your intuition. And it's like you're playing a guessing game, right? That's when we know we're not like intuitive, when we're playing a guessing game, like, oh, is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? I hope this works, and I hope this works. I feel one of the biggest signs that you're on the right track is you just have an inner knowing that what you're going to do or what you have is what's going to work. That's one of the biggest signs for me, at least, that I'm certain behind what I'm doing. I have conviction behind what I'm doing. And every single time I've been like, oh, I hope this works. I hope this works. I hope I have it now, you know. It always kind of doesn't really lead to anything because it's not coming from the intuition. You're just playing a guessing game with life. And sometimes it can work. You can get lucky, right? But I feel if we're more intuitive and more intentional, it kind of like happens faster. There's like this snowball effect. So really connect with your intuition, pile number 2 right now, when it comes to also the way that you're moving forward, because it does feel like you've enlightened, right? You've come into contact with your higher self who is going to help lead your way forward. When it comes to, especially about like, I feel with the Emperor energy, like this is somebody who wants to like run the game. You know, this is somebody who wants to have a position of authority, who wants to be the name for something. They want to have like, it does feel like you are quite ambitious. Maybe you have big goals, or you want to be number one in something, right? It does feel like maybe you want to be the leader in something. So I do feel like you have like really big ambitions Find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. So Spirit wants to say that you're being supported in your journey forward. Again, you're on the right path. Right now, also what I'm hearing for you, it's like, find balance. You don't have to rush. Enjoy the simple things along the way. I feel like you're going to have a very beautiful unfolding power number 2 is what Spirit is saying. Like over the next 2 months, there's something about the next 2 months for you here that I'm getting. You're going to have a very beautiful unfolding. Don't rush the process. I'm hearing like enjoy, savor the process, because you will look back on it one day and wish you enjoyed it more. You would wish you kind of like, you know, like took all of the energy in of it. Yeah, I'm getting like from Spirit, like don't rush yourself, because you will make it, and then you will look back and you know, just like wish you enjoyed more of that time. You wish you embodied the process more. So just enjoy your daily life as well. Okay, what is your last message, pile 2? My wholeness includes all the pieces I once disowned. Wow, it feels like you're being put back together. I no longer shrink to fit someone else's comfort. This is a very powerful message. You also do have here asking for help is how I return to connection. So it does feel like a lot of you are just returning to the state of connection. It feels like you were prior maybe so disconnected from your intuition, from your higher self. And you were shrinking yourself, right? You were shrinking yourself in some kind of way to maybe fit into the comfort of the people in your life or to society. And it does feel like you were maybe disconnected in some kind of way prior, but now it feels like your wholeness is coming together. It's like, you know, you were, all of the missing pieces of you are coming together. And again, something very beautiful is going to come out of this present moment. I do feel like this is leading to your biggest rising, because you're no longer shrinking to fit into society. Because again, you have the Emperor. You're exceptional, pile number 2. You're not meant to be, I feel, second or third place. You want to be first place. You want to be number 1. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you can be whoever you want to be in life. And don't let anyone tell you or make you feel guilty about wanting so much, because that is what life is about evolution. And I feel like it's always about reaching our maximum potential. Again, if that's what you want to do. If you don't want to do that, again, it's your life and you have your free will. So I feel, pile 2, you have been kind of shrinking to fit into the comfort of people, but you're no longer doing that. And I feel your wholeness is returning. The real you is returning, and you're ready to conquer is what I'm hearing. You're ready to take over something. You're ready to make it big. I feel like Spirit is saying this present moment is going to lead to your biggest rising. So that's what I have for your message today, pile number 2. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be your reading and your message for today that you need to hear right now. So pile number 3 for your card today. You guys feel drawn to card number 3. Have the blue door for today. And you also have the blue crystal, point crystal. So welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Let's get into your message and let's see, what do you guys need to hear right now? I was getting for you, pile number 3, Spirit really wanted to communicate to you that you didn't miss out on anything. So I found that very interesting. I'm hearing something about a closed door is not a failure, it's a redirection, and it was all leading to something is what I'm getting. It was all part of the process. So I don't know if you guys felt like you missed out on something or like an opportunity, but maybe that's going to make sense for you now as to maybe why you were turned away, why you were rejected from something. Let's get your first oracle card, pile number 3. What is your guidance, your message that you need to hear right now? Yeah, stillness. This has been coming up in every single pile today, so maybe this is like a collective thing. But it does feel like if you were being maybe put through like this energy of like you were turned away from something, or you were rejected from something, and then you found yourself in a period of stillness. It could be because it wasn't the right time, or something better is about to come in for you. So let's see, pile number 3. Wow, freedom. I feel like you're moving out of the stillness, right? So the freedom is saying, I'm hearing a new opportunity that will set you free is coming in for you, pile number 3 right now. I do feel there is a door that's going to be opening in your life soon, and this is something that Spirit wants to maybe let you know ahead in advance. But the freedom, to me, this is the full energy, and I'm hearing an opportunity for a new beginning, an opportunity to start something new, an opportunity to take a leap of faith with something. I feel like you have been anticipating this moment. You have been waiting for this moment, pile number 3, because you were in this energy of like stillness, and maybe you couldn't understand why. Like, why is it, why isn't it moving is what I'm hearing. But maybe something in the universe needed to align. Maybe you needed to realize something. I'm sure for all of you, it's a different reason as to why something was maybe postponed for you. But again, like I'm hearing, you didn't miss out on anything. You didn't miss out on anything, pile number 3. So what is the message? 9 of Wands. Okay. So something is about to happen. The 9 of Wands. Something is about to happen. A lot of you, there is this surge of wealth that's coming actually in your life. You're very nearby a financial breakthrough. And I don't know if this is something that you're aware of, but there is financial freedom in this pile. So 9 of Wands, it will, it does feel like you have this kind of like warrior energy to you. Like you've had to, persist. You've had to get up and down a lot of times, maybe throughout your life or through this journey that you have been on currently. And that's not always maybe an energy that we want to be in. Sometimes we don't want to be the strong one. We just want to be the happy one. But I feel like the best you can do is just come out of stronger that situation, because I do feel like you'll be very rewarded. You do have the 10 of Pentacles, which is saying wealth. Money is coming in. There's going to be a lot of money coming in here. Financial freedom for you, pile number 3. So you also have the King of Swords and you have the Hangman. So it does feel like you're being able to step out of the stillness. You're being able to step out of this stuck energy. Maybe when it comes to money, maybe when it comes to generating wealth, a lot of you could have felt stuck in the same position, right? It doesn't always have to mean that you were not abundant. It's just like maybe you were having like this energy of like, okay, I've been in this stage for a long amount of time. I want to elevate. I want to expand when it comes to my finances, right? And I see that there is like this, you're about to break through this energy. You're very nearby. Like the next thing you will do could be the thing that kind of breaks the barrier, I feel like, between you and this financial like influx. Like I'm getting this financial influx in your life. Also, there is the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So I'm seeing a lot of like, even if you're still feeling frustrated, it's still happening, okay? A lot of you maybe are feeling a little bit frustrated right now because you're like, why? Why is it not budging? Why is it not opening? But I do feel the doors are about to open. The doors to money, the doors to wealth, to abundance for your pile number 3. Stay disciplined. Even if things are still be persistent. Still mentally, you need to be in the mindset of, I know that it's coming. I know that it's going to happen, And a lot of you are feeling you're getting to... The thing that is showing me that this is about to happen for you as well is with the King of Swords, you feel very convinced. You feel very, very decided. You feel very, like this is happening and that's it. Once you're in that stage, and even if you start to feel frustrated, it's always one of the biggest signs that it's about to happen. Because nothing can change your mind. Even if things are not moving, nothing can change your mind is what I'm saying, pile 3. Okay, what else is your message for right now? Shed. Yeah. And the secret. Okay. So I feel like Spirit wants to kind of like give you a notice that this is going to happen, right? Just to help you stay persistent, because it feels like this is like a secret that you're being led on, is how I would put it, pile number 3. But also I'm hearing a lot of you, you're finding out the secret about wealth, about infinite wealth, okay? Maybe you have been really trying to crack the code on how to manifest infinite wealth, how to manifest more wealth in general for yourself. And it does feel like you're kind of cracking the code here, like you're learning the secret is what I'm hearing. Maybe you felt like this door was just like very closed for you for a while, but you're able to break through it is what I'm getting. There's a financial breakthrough that's happening for you, pile number 3. And I feel like the reason why this is important for you to know right now is because you're very close to it. So don't give up on the idea of this, because you're very close. And when I'm saying very close, like this can happen in the next week. It can happen in the next 2 weeks, right? That's kind of like the time frame that I'm looking in today. I'm not looking like too far in advance. So the very next thing you will do could be the reason as to why you break through the barrier of finances, of wealth for you. What else? Pile number 3. What is the guidance for them today, Spirit? What do they need to hear right now? The time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. Yeah, you see, the time is right to access and master your abilities. So with mastering something, I feel like it's very natural that you will also receive a lot of abundance through it. And maybe this is mastering your skill, or again, it can be learning the secret to wealth. It can be learning the secret to manifesting wealth, the secret to, mastering manifestation in general, and how to attract money. Because something that I'm getting is a lot of you want financial freedom. Like you want to be maybe you want to work from home. Maybe you want to be able to travel at work. Maybe you don't want to work at all and you just want money, right? Because everything is possible, and there is always a way to something if you desire it. So if a lot of you have been wanting to just like have more financial freedom, or get resources from not having a job in general, or not working, and you have been trying to make this happen, I do want to say that you're very close to it. A lot of you, you're mastering your abilities because the thing is, like, I feel like you're aware of the fact that money is more so a mental game. It's honestly more so like what's happening up there in the mind with the King of Swords. This is your thoughts. This is your language as well towards money, towards abundance in general, and what you perceive to be abundance. But I feel with the King of Swords, it's kind of saying a lot of you have been working on your language also when it comes to money. Like you have been, speaking abundantly, welcoming in money. So it's working. It does feel like you're kind of learning the secret towards wealth, or manifesting wealth. So let's see, what is your last card? What is your last message, pile number 3? What do you need to hear right now? Okay, I surrender the outcome, but stay with the process. Stay with the process, pile number 3, is what Spirit wants to say to you. And surrender the outcome. I also feel like maybe even something better than you're expecting is coming. You feel very dedicated. You feel very like set on for this, and it's going to happen. Stay with the process, right? Yeah, Spirit doesn't want you to give up right now. Patience. Okay, patience. Something that the majority of us don't want to hear, but patience carves paths even when I can't see the road. So again, an energy of staying with the process, because maybe you don't see that you're on the right path, but you very much are pile number 3. And that's why this is important for you to hear right now, because sometimes it can be stillness, stillness, stillness. It all starts to happen at once. Sometimes it's not a gradual process. Sometimes it's not a slow building process. It's such a unique thing to you and the way that you see life and the way that you, what your perspective of life is. And for some people, it's this energy of stillness, stillness. I feel so frustrated. All of a sudden, everything happens, So even if you feel still a little bit frustrated, I would say just stay patient. Stay patient because you are on the path. You're on the journey towards it. Even if sometimes we can't see it, we need to believe that we are, And I feel like Spirit wants to send you this as a sign, as a secret, as a heads up so that you persist, right? So that you don't turn away and be like, oh, this is never going to happen, I don't feel like you will, though, because you do have the King of Swords here. It does feel like there is maybe some stubborn people here, like people who are very set on. And this kind of character, I do feel like sometimes can lead to, maybe feeling and experiencing more frustration along the process. But I also feel like something that you're learning with that King of Pentacles is to be more grounded, is to be more, spiritual, to be more open and patient and dedicated. So yeah, you need to know, pile number 3, that there is a wealth that is about to start pouring into your life, and you're on the journey to it. It can happen at any moment, to be honest, like next week, in the next 2 weeks. So if you have been doing something or manifesting wealth, know that it's coming your way is what you need to hear, pile number 3. So that's what I have for your message today. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.